my loves, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. How is everyone doing today? Okay, my loves, today we're going to be going through these boxes that I have in front of my desk or on top of my desk. Now, I'm going to be working on creating a junk journal, and I really got rid of like 80% of my crafting supplies. And I have some here that I am working with. I don't have everything with me because most of my stuff is in storage unit. But I'm starting to get scared because I'm starting to see that the little space that I'm working with is starting to get a little bit out of control. I have a lot of these just like random gorgeous papers that I have been using because I've been working with my movie journal and my reading journal and my other journals that I have. And so I've been going through these little craft papers, and I've been saving these little pieces of craft paper. I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. I have some magazines. Let me show you. These are papers. These are just like beautiful little pieces of paper that I just want to use. I really just want to use them. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to create a junk journal because that's the only way that I can probably use these like leftovers in a very smart way. So if you guys want to join me and create a nice fun junk journal with me, that's awesome. We're going to start planning on putting together some really fun embellishments for the journal. We're going to also start to create some fun layouts. And so I'm really excited to kind of like get this stuff out of the way, but also make use of it because I don't want to throw anything out. Because you guys know me, I love like saving things and I love using them. And so what more better way than to just kind of put together a nice junk journal. So get yourself some magazines, okay? So if you're new at this, and my camera is like moving around. If you're new at this and you're not familiar with junk journaling, you can really use for junk journaling, you can really use anything. There is nothing specifically you can use. I would tell you, and what I always tell everybody is go with how you want your book to be, okay? Don't go and, go to the craft store and start buying stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. Trust me when I tell you, don't do that. From experience, you do not need to do that. You can look around your home, get yourself some magazines, maybe some free magazines, I don't know, somewhere, maybe like your supermarket or your bookstore or Walmart, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself some magazines. If you are in an area where there's thrift shops, you can always go and get yourself some nice fun children's book which has nice awesome prints and images. And I would also suggest, if you want, you can get yourself a nice old looking dictionary. That's also awesome to create some really fun embellishments. So don't get yourself all worked out, okay? These are just magazines that I've literally gotten at the local supermarket. This magazine talks about cakes and literally it's just like nothing like fancy, anything that I'll get my hands on. If you have a family or a friend that maybe have a whole bunch of magazines, ask them to give you like a few magazines so we can use them and we can add them to our junk journaling, okay? Literally, you don't need too much of anything. All the stuff that I'm going to show you here, it's not necessary, okay? Not necessary. The only reason why I'm using it is because I have it, but it's not necessary, okay? So magazines are very, very good to use for junk journaling, okay? So get yourself some nice stacks of magazines. 2-3 magazines will be fine, and that would really help put together a nice junk journal. Obviously some paper, this is some really fun craft paper that I have here. I'm going to be using that. I'm just using like leftovers, like little things that are leftovers that I don't want to throw them out. I want to use them. I do not want to throw them out. So this is the best thing I can do to try to save these. I have some more paper down here. that we're also going to be using for layouts, okay? So these are just like leftover papers. Like I said, brown paper bag is perfect, okay? You don't have to really go and get that. You can probably get that around your home. There's a lot of like big paper bags here that I save. I like to save also envelopes. So if you have some envelopes that you don't need, let's put them on the side, okay? My recommendation is get yourself a nice little Tupperware like this, put it on the side, and start adding stuff to there. You get, you know, advertisements in the mail, add them in there. You get these like envelopes that you don't need, add them in the little Tupperware so that you can work with what you have, yeah? So these are just leftover papers, some, you know, envelopes that I've saved, some really fun. These are also what you can do is these are what do they call these? Gift wrapping paper. Fantastic to use for journaling as well. And this is something that you probably have at home, right? But like most likely you probably have gift wrapping paper at home. And if you don't have it, it's very inexpensive. Dollar Tree has beautiful gift wrapping paper. You can probably stop by and get some of the gift wrapping paper. So yeah, so that's what I have here, and that's what I'm going to be working with, yeah? All right. So I want to give you some ideas so that you can prepare yourself to create your really fun, awesome junk journaling journal if you want, okay? So, okay, so we got this going here. I have all this stuff. So this is what I do. I want to show you really quickly what I do. So this is a good idea. If you're new at junk journaling, this is a great idea to get yourself a little bit organized and not have yourself going crazy. But it's also a good idea if you have a lot of crafts at home, or you have a lot of things that a lot of projects that you work with. So what I like to do is I like to get these little zip bags, and I like to add whatever is associated with the label. So for example, this little bag, anything that's in here is going to be associated with scenery. So what I do is I just get a washi tape. I just put the little name there, scenery, and anything that's to do with scenery, I put it in here, okay? The same thing with my coffee. I have a coffee journal. So every time I see something that has coffee related, I add it in here. So when I'm ready to do my coffee journal, I can just go in here, pull out my coffee little baggie, and I don't have to worry about digging through everything, yeah? Same thing with my books. I have a reading journal. If you guys haven't seen my last video, I show you guys the covers of all my journals that I have. And I have a book journal, and this is all book related in here, okay? So this is a really fun way to get yourself a little bit organized if you want to start saving these little like ideas and little like packages and little images, but you don't want to have them like everywhere. This is also a really good idea. You can also use like envelopes. You don't have to use these little baggies I have, but you can also use envelopes if you want. This is for food. I put a little food there. These are animals. So this is something that makes it easier if you are junk journaling, let's say an animal, and you have an animal in mind. If you have an image of an animal, like for example, if I wanted to junk journal a bee, and I have here a really fun bee image, I can use that for my junk journaling. So it just makes it a little bit easy and fun and you know, very like accessible to grab things. That's just a little tip that I can give you that will help you keep you a little bit organized, because trust me, it could get like out of control if you don't organize yourself, and you can have things like everywhere. Okay, so that's for that. I have some doilies here that I want to work with, right? These are really fun doilies. You can also do doilies, and you can also get them at the Dollar Tree. You can get like the paper doilies. Dollar Tree has them. You can also get them at the supermarket, you know. But I have these beautiful old doilies that I just love, and I'm just definitely going to be using these for my junk journal. I have this. I've been having this forever. These are just like a roll of ABCs that I picked up a while ago while I was thrift shopping. It's a really huge roll, so I'm going to definitely be using this to kind of like add little, you know, maybe quotations, or maybe I want to label something, I can use that. Okay, I have tons of flowers. I came across this really heavy box of full of flowers, so I put aside some of the flowers that I want to work with. Now these flowers, I'm working with them because they're not too thick. These are paper flowers, so they're not really heavy and they're not thick, and you could kind of layer these in your, you know, spreads, and they won't give you too much bulk. So my recommendation is, if you're going to do this, try to find flowers that are not too bulky. I have here some flowers that I put aside. Let's see, where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, here they are. See, I put these aside because I know for sure that I wasn't going to work with these flowers because they're just too bulky. They're just too bulky, and then my journal, my junk journal, will be way too big, and then it's just going to be like out of control when it comes to trying to close it. I expect that it's going to get big, but I don't want it to give it extra, you know, extra things in it that will just like not make my life easier. Yeah, these are beautiful. I love these, but they're very thick. As you can see there, look how thick they are. That's gonna give me too much bulk in my pages. I don't want that. So I definitely put aside some of these gorgeous flowers that I have here, but they're too bulky, way too bulky. Okay, so that's something that I would definitely recommend, is try to keep the things that you are trying to collect, try to make sure that they're not too bulky, so that they don't give too much, you know, bulk in your journal, unless you want that, right? Because if you want that, then hey, then go for it. Yeah, go for it. So these are just some of these flowers that I want to just show you really quickly, that I just put aside, that we're going to be using. If you know, you know, I am obsessed with this beautiful, gorgeous flower from Michaels. I have been obsessed with these flowers for years, and I still am obsessed with them. I have here tons that I'm going to be making some really fun embellishments out of them. Love them, love them. I think I'm going to use this one for the front cover of the junk journal because it's very bulky, and so I might just use this as a cover, kind of the front cover along with this one. So we might do that with that. Here are some more fun flowers. This is gorgeous. Look at this gorgeous flower. Isn't this beautiful? So beautiful. And by the way, you don't have to have these specific flowers, okay? If you have, like, for example, a magazine that has images of beautiful flowers, you can cut that out and you can use that, okay? The only reason why I'm using these things is because I already have them. But if I didn't have these things, I'll be honest with you, I would just go and look for images. These are beautiful as well. So gorgeous. And then I'm going to, I had a whole bunch of these. I put some on the side because we're going to be creating some really fun embellishments out of this. I think these are called floss. Hold on, what are these called? Floss organizers. And I love to create embellishments out of these, so we're going to be doing that as well. Okay, so I put a whole bunch of these on the side and some little mini doilies. Now, contemplating on what am I going to use for my journal, and I decided that I'm going to use this 3-ring binder for my journal. I was going to create one, but I don't want to really make myself more stressed than what I already am when it comes to creating these layouts. I just want it to be, you know, simple, easy, and fun. I want to have a really good time with you guys creating these really fun pages and layouts and spreads. So I decided I'm going to use this binder. I already had it. I bought it at the thrift shop. Might as well. It's a 3-ring binder, and I'm just going to be adding pages as we go in here, and that's going to be perfectly fine for me, okay? Find a binder that you are comfortable with. Find a binder that you like, or you can create yourself your own little journal as well, okay? Whatever your heart desires is what you want to do. We don't follow any rules, okay? If you're new to this channel, there's no rules. We don't follow rules. We do whatever we want to do with our projects because that's the whole point. Having fun, right? And enjoying what you're doing without having any kind of restrictions. I hate restrictions. Okay, so I think we have a really nice, decent amount of stuff to start with. I found my handy glue gun roller thingy. Do you guys remember this? This is like years ago of in Michael's. I'm telling you, this is like so old, but I have the refill here, so I'm going to use that. As far as gluing down the images and, you know, all the embellishments, I'm also going to be using tacky glue. So I suggest you to get some kind of tacky glue if you're going to be working with like fabric or like heavy paper or like a heavy material. Tacky glue is really good for that. I have here some fabrics that I'm going to go over with you guys in a little bit, but let me first finish telling you about what other kind of glues I'm going to be using. Obviously, I'm going to be using my hot glue, obviously, right? And I might use some glue stick, depending on like what it is that we're going to be gluing down, okay? So that's going to be what I'm going to be using to glue down all my projects. I have here some knickknacks that I kind of put in here, some fabrics, some okay, by the way, okay, so if you have like let's say you have like fabrics that you like, but perhaps maybe it's time for you to get rid of it because maybe, I don't know, the size is not good or you don't like it anymore, just cut a little piece off, put it in a little zip bag and save it for an upcoming project. That is exactly what I did here with all these fabrics, okay? I cut a little piece off of the things that I liked. Even this bra that I had, I love this bra, and so I just cut off a little piece of it. And I'm just saving it in here so we can create some really fun embellishments, okay? Like I said, you don't have to go anywhere and buy anything, okay? Please don't buy anything. If you get anything from this video, please do not buy anything. Look around at home. Get things that you don't want. Get fabrics, get t-shirts, get sweaters, get skirts, get pants. Ask your husband, if you have a husband or a boyfriend, if they don't want a t-shirt or if they don't want a shirt. Just grab things from your house to create these junk journaling. Do not buy anything, because I'm going to tell you, the majority of the times, you really don't need anything except for whatever we have at home. Okay, you really don't. Okay, so we already discussed all this stuff that we have here in front of me. I also have some more doilies here. I have a whole bunch of these really fun ribbon little bows that we're probably going to also use, so I'm going to add that in here as well. And then I have tons of washi tape that I was able to have here. I was able to find. And so we're just going to use some really fun washi tape. I have this one that's actually fabric washi tape that is fun to use. We have my favorite, this is my favorite washi tape of all time. I got this washi tape at Michael's years ago, and this is like my favorite washi tape. I love the way this washi tape, I just love it. I have still so much of this left, and I'm so happy that I was a maniac back then, always buying like 3 or 4 of the stuff, because look how beautiful this washi tape is. Isn't this washi tape beautiful? Can you see from there? It's so beautiful, guys. I love my washi tape. I love this one, and I love this one too. This was another one that back in the days, Michael used to come up with these really beautiful washi tapes. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of washi tapes here, even stuff that I haven't even used. This is actually closed, this washi tape. So, okay, so I think we know already, right? We have here washi tape. We're going to use some washi tape. These are some more really fun washi tapes. I love, love, love this butterfly one. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. So gorgeous, yeah. So gorgeous. Okay, perfect. So, washi tape. I have a whole bunch here that we're going to use. I'm going to add that in here as well. And then I also was able to pick some of these really fun ribbon because I want to make some tassels. So we're definitely going to be creating some really fun tassels for our junk journal. And so yeah, I was able to grab a few of these really fun ribbons. Look how beautiful these ribbons are. You guys remember these ribbons back in the days in Michaels? Yeah, do you remember when they used to have nicer stuff? I'm sorry, Michaels, I love you, but it's not the same as what it used to be, okay? But anyway, look how gorgeous these are. These are just beautiful, aren't they? And we're going to definitely be making some really fun things out of this, okay? All right, beautiful, guys, beautiful. Okay, so I think we have an idea. I just wanted to kind of like sit here and talk to you guys what I am planning to do. Like, my mind was just like, I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe I should just do a video while I'm going through this stuff and, you know, bring you guys along with me. And so yeah, my love, so we're going to be doing some really fun junk journaling things. I love junk journaling. I really am one of those people that I try to find use for every single thing. So junk journaling for me is like a #1 thing, right? I haven't really done it for a while. I kind of been a little bit laid back and I have been doing a lot of other things, but I'm starting to have more time now and I'm starting to get a little bit more motivated. I had a little bit of a bad like day not too long ago, but now I'm like, you know what? Forget about all this bullshit. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna get ourselves in a place where we're going to be, you know, not happy. No. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be in a good place. I'm gonna use some of these stamps. I don't know where I got these stamps from, but I gotta tell you, my favorite stamp is this one. You like this? Do you like this stamp? Huh? Let me know if you like this stamp, okay? Bullshit downstairs. Put bullshit if you like the stamp. Okay, so anyway, that's funny. I just thought it was funny. All right, so I have some stamps here that I'm going to use. And yeah, so I think we're gonna be having a lot of fun creating our wonderful spreads. I'm going to bring you guys along with me so you can see all these wonderful creations that we're going to create together, and hopefully you guys will have some fun and get some ideas. Hopefully you guys will also work with your junk journaling and also get inspired. Okay, my loves, I love you all so much. I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna try to do my best to do these videos for you guys on Wednesdays. So I think what I'm gonna do is, for most of the junk journaling projects, we're going to be posting them every Wednesday. I think that sounds good, yeah? And if I have anything additional, then I'll just post them like during the week. But for sure, we're going to be doing Wednesday for junk journaling, okay? I love you all, and I will see you soon. Make sure that you return to see more fun things next Wednesday. I love you. Bye.